Routine patrols, fought by chases. Years later, awoke in the strangest of places. Earth was their home now, and in addition, Optimus Prime gave them this mission. Learn from the humans.
Hi, we're back once again with another 5-minute review of Rescue Bots. I'm Amy,
I'm Nick. Hi.
and we are going to do something a little bit different this week because I am going to be out of town and there's not going to be a lot of time to record. We're going to go back and review some of the stuff that we haven't for Radio Free Cybertron so that you might be interested in going and checking out something else. So I thought we'd start at the very beginning.
It's kind of like a recent retro review.
Yeah, because we never did review this one anyhow. So, we are going to review the first episode, which was called Family of Heroes. And in this episode, we get introduced to all of the characters and the rescue bots, and Optimus Prime makes an appearance for one
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. Well, he has like the first like major line. He's the one that comes in and tells what's happening, and
Mm-hmm.
he has to give the guys, the rescue bots,
Their
the bad
mission.
news that you can't contact Cybertron. And this is where you're at, and they're like, "Oh, gal, how long were we in stasis?"
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, and that's when he gives them the mission to stick that he's going to have them live with the human family and learn their customs and their ways and earn their respect, and basically the whole thing that the show sings in the opening credits. Except they didn't have opening credits on this one. I don't. Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't have. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it goes right into Chief is the only one that knows, and the Burns kids have no idea. And
Uh-huh.
when they are unveiled at the town parade, or
It's like
what
a-
was it? It's like
yeah,
a
it's-
town meeting or something like that. It was a town presentation. They all showed up, and he's like, "Hey, we're on the cutting edge of technology, and now we have these robots, so we're even more awesome than we were before."
Uh-huh.
And that's at that point they get an emergency call and the kids jump in the cars and they go off and they have no idea that these guys are sentient robots, and they go to the fire that was at the museum, where we also are introduced to Dinobot.
the first time.
Yeah, for the first time. And we basically they've noticed subtle things about the robots and how they're different. They don't seem to be doing what we expect them to be doing, but maybe it's just us. And pretty much by the end, Cody has figured out ahead of time that the bots are more than what they seem and are actually robots. He gives them tips on how to be robots. It's
That's
pretty much
pretty
the
cute.
whole
That's pretty
setup.
cute. You're
Yeah.
supposed to talk like this.
Yeah, and that was hilarious how they did that. It was really great. They choose their alt forms as well. I didn't mention that, but
Yeah.
but yeah, this is the only time we see Optimus Prime. So, yeah, it was good. It was a good episode. It's not, I'd say, as funny as what they've set up since, but it was a good place to jump on, and of course, it's the first episode, so yeah, it sets everything
it's a
up.
very good introduction to what they're there for, what's their purpose. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good way to introduce the characters.
Yep. So, yeah, I'd say that's
Plus, you meet Frankie and her dad.
Yeah. So,
She's
I mean,
trouble
quite
from day
literally, it
one.
just sets up the whole routine. At the very end, that's when the kids, the Burns guys, they let them know that, oh, by the way, they're alien robots. They're like, oh, okay.
That's nice. The
Yes.
little picture at the end of them. It's really cute.
Yeah, the snapshot where they
Uh-huh.
almost, Dad pretty much photo bombs them, and they're like, what? It was great. So, yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. Yeah, exactly. As my child comes photobombing in here. It's excellent. But yes, that is the episode number 1, and that's our short review of it. So if you get a chance to check this out, it's on the Hub on the weekends, and I'm sure that you can find it on YouTube as well, because that's where I've been sending my kids when they're like, "Mommy, I want to watch this." I was like, "Well, go watch it on YouTube."
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, and I'm sure that in no time this will be out on DVD and you can get it and watch it to your heart's content or even to your children's heart content because yeah.
Oh, I know I'll be getting it. I know I'll be getting
Yeah.
it because it's a fun show. It's a fun show.
Well, let's just say as
Uh,
a parent that I find it very amusing and the references are wonderful. So even
mhm.
if you're like, I've seen a lot of kid shows and some of them are like, okay, I don't want to see that at all. And then some like, I only
Ever
want to see
again.
that once. This I can listen to over and over again, except Cade. Cade can be a little, egomaniac. But other than
Yeah.
that, fast
Yeah.
forward through that. Yeah, this is a really good show. So check it out on the Hub or on YouTube. So, and that's our quick review. We'll catch you next week.
Bye bye. Shooter McGavin.
There you go. Exactly.
That's cool. That's cool.